Hi guys, again. So the other class that we are going to have today is language arts, and today we are going to learn the new vocabulary that we are going to be learning this week. So we are going to start with the vocabulary of reading vocabulary. Okay, so you are going to repeat after the pronunciation in each word. Let's see the first picture. Bandana. Let's repeat. Bandana. Bandana. A bandana is what you see here, what she has on her head. Some people use this also around the neck. A bandana is made of cloth, and sometimes people use it to protect the hair from the water or from the sun. Let's continue with the next word.
Bracelet.
Bracelet. A bracelet is what you see here. It's a band or chain worn for ornament around the wrist or arm. Okay, let's continue with the other one. Hogan. Hogan. Let's repeat after me. Hogan. A hogan is a kind of house. If you can see here, this is the door. It's a house built with logs and also it's covered with earth in here. Look, this was the kind of houses that some people from United States, native people, built. The Navajo people.
Jostle.
Jostle. Let's repeat after me. Jostle. Jostle. Joggle means to push or to shove against someone roughly. For example, in this picture, you can see this car is juggling this car, is pushing this car. Okay, in this kind of games, in fairs, this kind of cars, the intention of these cars is to push each other. Okay, that is jostle. Okay, or jostle. Let's continue with the next one.
Mesa.
Mesa. Let's repeat after me. Mesa is not the one that we use in Spanish to eat or to write in or on with or to put your books on. A mesa in English is what you see here. Okay, it's not a mountain. A mesa is a high, steep hill that has a flat top. If you can see, at the top is very flat. Okay, it's not like the mountains that are ending like in a triangle. This one is a flat top. So and also it stands by itself. So this one is a mesa. Let's continue with the next word.
Navajo.
Navajo. Navajo. This was the Native American that I was telling you before. It's a group of Native Americans, as we have in Honduras, ethnic groups like Shor, Tees, Mosquitoes, Garifunas. In the United States, there are many Native American groups, and one of them is the Navajo. Okay, and do you remember the other word, hogan? Was the kind of houses that these kind of people were building. Let's continue with the next word.
Turquoise.
Turquoise. Turquoise. Let's repeat after me. Turquoise is what you see here. It's a stone with a blue color or greenish color, and this kind of stones is used to make jewelry, necklaces, rings, earrings, okay? That is turquoise. Turquoise. Okay, next. Now guys, I want you to go to your learning destinations page 152. Learning destination page 152. Remember that after the vocabulary, we have to work in this page. So this is really easy because you already know also that you have in your glossary, you can find the words with the vocabulary. So as I already explained you the meaning of the words, now what you have to write in here is what word of here belongs to the description that you have in here. For example, number 1, shoved or pushed against someone roughly. Do you remember which one of this one is? Navajo, mesa, jostle, turquoise, bandana, hogan, or bracelet, and so on. So you have to continue with number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and also in this part of here, you are going to complete these sentences. So right now, I want you to pause the video and work in this page because we will continue with the spelling words. So right now, please pause the video and complete this page. Did you do it? Okay, so let's continue with spelling vocabulary. In the spelling vocabulary, we are going to find words that have, when you pronounce them, you are going to find that they have the same sound, but the spelling is different. So, we are going to find in these vocabulary words that will end in en, an, el, le, il at the end of the words. These syllables are going to be at the end of the words in this vocabulary. And sometimes you are going to listen to those words and you are going to listen that they are or they sound very alike. And I want you to listen the next examples. Listen carefully to the end of the words.
Evil. Single.
Chisel,
Did you listen? Do you think the end of these 3 words sound alike? Let's listen them again.
Evil. Single.
chisel,
Yes, right? They sound alike. You are going to see that the spelling is totally different. For example, here we have evil, single, chisel. If you look at the end syllable, o, they sound the same. But when we see the spelling, we can see that they are different. For example, the first one has I-L. The second one has L-E. And the third one has E-L. Nevertheless, they sound the same. Evil, single, chisel. So you have to be very careful with that. Not always the final words, the final syllable that sound the same are going to be written the same. I want you to listen another 2 more words.
Slogan.
Wooden,
Slogan.
wooden,
Again, do they sound the same at the end?
Slogan.
wooden,
Yes, right? But if we see the words written, they are slogan, wooden. Looking here, both of them sound and slogan, wooden, okay? But if we see here, we have A and N, A, N, and by here we have E-N. A-N-E-N, but they sound the same. So all the words that we are going to learn in this vocabulary have one of these endings, and they are going to sound very alike. So you have to be careful when writing the words. Let's see the first word.
Example.
Example. Again.
Example.
Okay. So remember that you have to be practicing the words because you have to send me an audio with the vocabulary words. And if you are not pronouncing correct, that means that you are not going so well in your points. So you have to be practicing these words. Example, O at the end. Here we can see L-E in the end. And what is an example? It's a pattern or a model that you follow to do something. For example, in this case, let's read the sentence. My teacher gave me an example of the math exercises. With the example, you have a model to follow. And in that way, you are going to follow that example to do the other exercises. Okay, next word.
Level.
Level. Again.
Level.
Level. Here we have a tent if you like to camp. So this is a very nice place for your tent, right? Why? Because it's very flat, it's level. Let's read the sentence. They found a level ground for the tent. Level means that that place has not a part that is higher than the other one. So it's flat. Let's continue with the next one.
Slogan.
Slogan. Let's repeat after me. Slogan. What do you see in the picture? Coca-Cola, Nike, Kodak, Disneyland, FedEx, Walmart. But if you see, they have like a phrase. Okay, for example, Walmart. Save money, live better. Paga menos, vive mejor in Spanish. O La Colonia, paga menos, vive mejor. That little phrase that identifies a company is a slogan. For example, Nike, just do it. Coca-Cola, open happiness, but it's not true, open sickness. Okay, let me see. For example, this one, look. This M is for McDonald's, right? I'm loving it. So these phrases that you can see here, open happiness, just do it, save money, live better, I'm loving it. For example, Disneyland, where dreams come true. Those are slogans. The slogan of Kodak, for example, is share moments, share life. It's a phrase that identifies a company. Okay? So the sentence says the slogan of Walmart is save money, live better. Another word to say slogan is motto. The motto of Walmart is save money, live better. Let's continue.
Slogan.
Quarrel.
Again.
Quarrel.
Quarrel. Quarrel. Or fight. This is a word that we saw in a reading vocabulary some of these weeks ago. A quarrel is a fight but with words, not with hits. Ariana and Esteban have a quarrel. Okay, a discussion is another word to say that, a quarrel.
Scramble.
Scramble. Let's repeat after me. Scramble. Scramble is also to mix something. Did you scramble the eggs? Do you like scrambled eggs, guys? I like them. I like it. Okay? So scramble is to mix something.
Evil.
Evil. And as you can see, guys, looking here, scramble,
Scramble.
oh, sounds the same with
Evil.
evil, even though the final syllables are not the same when you write them. An evil person is a person that has no morals, or that is a bad person or a weak person. For example, let's read the sentence. I read a fairy tale about an evil queen. Here we can see the evil queen or the bad queen. Let's continue with the next one.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Do you know what is oxygen? What do you need to breathe and to live, right? We need oxygen to breathe and live. Oxygen.
Wooden.
Wooden. I have a wooden bookshelf in our classroom. Wooden is something that is made of wood, okay? And you get the wood from the trees, such as the oak tree or the maple tree. Those are kind of trees that you can use to get wood and to make or build bookshelves or beds or chairs. Let's continue.
Double.
Double. Repeat after me. Double. Okay? I want to buy a hamburger with double meat and double cheese. Do you like it? Well, right now we can't because some of those fast food are not opened, and it's good because we need to eat healthy. But in here, guys, what I want you to see is that double means two of the same thing. For example, here we have meat. Look, the meat. And here we have another piece of meat. Okay? Here we have cheese. And here we have another piece of cheese. So that is double. We have two of the same thing. Okay? Let's continue with the next one.
Travel.
Travel. Travel. A travel is a journey. You travel when you go from one place to another one to visit and to enjoy that place or to visit your family. Let's read the sentence. Scarlett will travel around the world with her parents. Well, right now we cannot do it because of the breakdown, but right now we cannot do it because of the lockdown, but hopefully we are going to be able to do it as soon as possible. Okay, let's continue.
Cancel.
Cancel. Let's repeat after me. Cancel. My parents have to cancel my appointment with the doctor because they will travel tomorrow. To cancel is to eliminate something, okay? Something that have started or was going to start, but you said no anymore. So that is to cancel.
Chuckle.
Chuckle. Repeat after me. Chuckle. How do you see the girl? Is laughing very or is just smiling a little bit? Okay, it's smiling a little bit, right? Tim's fall made me chuckle or made me smile, but not with a big laugh. Okay, so that is chuckle when you smile, but just like you don't want the other ones to see you laughing.
Fossil.
Fossil. Let's repeat after me. Fossil. This is a fossil, okay, of an animal. Milton found a dinosaur's fossil. A fossil is the remain or the impressions of a prehistoric animal or plant, okay, generally in stone. Let's continue with the next one.
Toboggan.
Toboggan. Again, toboggan. So you don't need the explanation about what a toboggan is. So you can say it in here. Okay, so let's see the sentence. The children want to go to a pool with a big toboggan. A toboggan is something that you can sled by, okay? Let's continue with the next one.
Single.
Single. Again, single. Single means only one, like one kid in here or one rose in here. Let's read the sentence. The boy has a single red rose. That means only one red rose. But single can also mean when a person is not married. In my case, I am not single because I'm married. But here you can see these two people, they are single. They are not married. Okay? Let's continue with the next one.
Sudden.
Sudden or swift. Sudden. The sudden storm surprised us. Sudden is something that happens without you to know that it was going to happen. Something that happens quickly and in an unexpected way. Let's continue with the other one.
Veteran.
Veteran. Veteran or old hand. A veteran is not a soldier that went to war and now is a veteran. It's also people that have a lot of experience. So for example, we have veteran teachers and they do not mean that they are old. That means that they have a lot of experience, or veteran doctors. For example, let's read the sentence. I prefer to visit a veteran doctor because he has more experience. Here is an E. Okay. Let's continue with the other word.
Beagle.
Beagle or a hound dog. A beagle is a kind of dog. They are very good for smelling. My uncle wants a beagle dog for hunting. They can smell the prey and they are very good for hunting. So a beagle is a kind of dog or a hound dog.
Suburban.
Suburban. Let's repeat after me. Suburban. Okay? My house is in a suburban place. Suburban means, remember that we have different kind of places. For example, a city like Tegucigalpa is a urban place. But for example, do you know Johona? Okay, Johona is not like Tegucigalpa. It's not a big city. Johona is like a town, right? So it's a rural area. We have the urban area, big cities, a rural areas like towns. But a suburban is a place between rural, not too rural, but not too urban. It's like in the middle. Okay, let's continue with the next one.
Chisel.
Chisel. Chisel. Okay, chisel can be an action, verb, or also chisel can be this tool that we have in here, the one that the woman is using to give the shape of a face to that stone. But to chisel is also that, to give the action of giving or shaping a stone or a wood. So in here it says the sculpture has to chisel the sculpture. The sculptor has to chisel the sculpture. Okay? So we can talk about chisel, the tool, or chisel, the action of giving shape. Now guys, I want you to go to page, in your learning destinations, page 104. 54. Page 154. In there you are going to have the practice for this topic. All these words were the words that you have learned just right now. They end, some of them in en, an, el, le, or il. But they sound alike. These two, they sound alike. And these three, they also sound alike. Okay? So, what we are going to do now is to complete this that you already know how to do it. I will help you with some of them and you are going to finish the work in this page. For example, I will help you with number 1. Let's read the instructions. Write the least word that matches each clue. You have to read the clues and to find which of these words matches this clue. Number 1, a kind of laugh. Do you remember what was a laugh or a smile? What is a kind of laugh? Excellent. It's chuckle. So guys, remember always when you are working on this to be crossing the words. In that way, you are going to know that chuckle you already use it, so you don't have to use it again. Okay, next one. Number 3, a kind of sled. A sled is something that you use to slide through the snow, to go down through the snow. So what is a kind of sled? Also that something that you can use to slide and to fall into the pool. Excellent. A toboggan. Toboggan. So let's cross toboggan. Let's continue. Number 5. Something made of oak or maple. Something that you get from the trees. What is that? Wooden. Excellent. Wooden. So let's cross wooden. Let's continue with number 7. A small argument. A small discussion. Here you have it, sorry. Quarrel. Okay, quarrel. Remember that quarrel is like a fight but with words, or a discussion but with words. And then now we are going to work, let's cross the word quarrel, and now we are going to work with the synonyms. It says, write a least word that has the same meaning as the underlined word. You have to read the sentences. In number 1, for example, I found a perfect model of my favorite color. What word is underlined? Model. What is another word from here, from the spelling words, that you can use instead of model? I found a perfect model of my favorite color. Exactly, example. I found a perfect example of my favorite color. Remember that example is the same of model. So let's cross example. And then let's continue with number 3. The sculptor had to carefully carve the marble bit by bit. You just saw that word in the vocabulary. The sculptor had to carefully carve the marble bit by bit. So what do you use instead of carve? Another word that is the same of carve or synonym. To chisel. Excellent. To chisel. So let's cross the word chisel and let's continue with number 5. The ground was flat and then it dropped down steeply. The ground was flat. So instead of flat, what is another word from the vocabulary that you can use? Excellent. Level. Okay? Level is the same or a synonym of flat. So you can say the ground was level and then it dropped down steeply. Steeply is like very, very, very not flat. Number 7. The company's motto was right every time. The motto. Or what other word can you use instead of motto? That little phrase that identifies a company. Exactly. The company slogan was right every time. Then we are going to continue with number 9. I had to call off my dentist appointment today. I had to call off to eliminate my dentist appointment today. What is another word that you can use instead of call off? Let's cross a slogan because we already use it. Okay. Exactly. To cancel. Sorry. That it was first. Wait. Well, I already gave you 2. Number 9, you already know that is cancel, but you have to write it. And number 8 says the politician was an old hand at running elections. Or another way to say an old hand is veteran. That means an expert. Okay, so a person with experience. And the last one is number 10. The storm was swift and unexpected. Something that you were not expecting and happened without you to know that was going to happen. That is sudden. Okay, sudden. So the storm was sudden and unexpected. Now, guys, it's your turn. So I need you to pause the video and complete. I already helped you with 10 words, so you are going to find the other 10 words that are missing. So we were using sudden also, so let's cross the word sudden. And sudden was, there it was crossed. And veteran also. Okay, so you have to complete the next page. And after doing this, you have to do this page that is extremely easy for you. And that is all for today. Guys, also remember that in your page of assignment, there is this one that you have in here. I already sent to your parents, send this one to your parents. So it says that you have to watch the video, is what you already did right now. And also it said that you have to work in these pages that I showed you here, 152, 158, and 4, and this one is 158. Also, guys, it says that you have to send me an audio, but not with these words. It's an audio with the words that you were reading last week on Friday. Do you remember I called you by WhatsApp and you were reading? I sent those words to your parents. They are in a circle. What do you have to do? If they are in a circle, it's because you were pronouncing them not correct. So what you have to do is to find out in the internet how to pronounce those words and to send me an audio pronouncing them correctly. Okay? Not these words. These words are going to be for other day. Are the words that you were mispronouncing the last Friday, the last week. Okay? So guys, see you tomorrow. For today, this is all. Blessings.